I think these guys are onto something, you know. I checked it out for myself. Okay, here's what I did. And it's even on Wikipedia, which means it must be true. And if you go to that, there's a picture on it there, right? This picture here, right, is showing the Bedford level experiment. And it's a really long river, and I thought, well, this is going to be on Google Maps. Because they do pictures, don't they, at Street View? And so I found it. Yeah? This is the picture that everybody sees. It's on the... I found it. It's on the Flat Earth Society picture. And you can see, look in the distance, you can see there's even trees if you really look at it. And I thought, well, let's go there. Okay. And this is it. This is the Google Maps. Yeah? And you've got the Street View. Oh, there it is. There, it's this one. Yeah. So you can see my little man's there. Yeah. And if I... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't work unless you use mouse. Well, whatever. And you can see this is a long river. It's really, really long. And it's really, really straight. It's really eerie how long and straight it is. And there's some bridges on it. And the thing is, Google Maps works by only taking pictures from road. And they have like a... I don't know, you know, one of those 3D cameras essentially. And this is the picture. So what I've got here, and you can see, look, this is, I'm actually, you know, the picture is taken from the bridge. You can see this is the bridge, yeah. This is a normal road bridge. And in one direction, it's like, this is the end, it's here, you see, because there's nothing there, it's just a walkway that goes across. And then there's the canal, and you can see right into the distance, can't you? Look at that. And even if I go in, you can see there, yeah. There's even the trees, if I can get it to go further, there's even the trees that you can see, right, in the distance. Right, so obviously, you know, I don't know what they're talking about because you can see it's flat. You can see so far into the distance there, can't you? So the Earth obviously isn't, I mean, how can you make that work? It should be dipping out of view, shouldn't it? This is so long. I mean, I don't know where that actually is. That point there. Right? But the nearest bridge is there. Isn't it? And that's like, what are we on here? We've got a... Yeah, I mean, there you go. You got the picture there, haven't you? Look right into this. I'm zooming in right into this. You can still see the trees. Can't you, in the distance? On either side. So how is the Earth round? It doesn't. It's supposed to curve, isn't it? All the ball Earth guys say it's supposed to curve, and that's supposed to be out of view. But I can see it on Google Maps. So obviously, it's this flat Earth thing. The guys, I think they're onto something. You know what I mean? That's unbelievable, isn't it? So I think I'm going to look into this a bit further now, because I mean, I'm a Christian as well. It ties into me being a Christian because God created the Earth flat, didn't He? Yes. So I have to follow this because that's part of my Christianity, isn't it? Right. I think that'll do. I think we'll get all the nutters out of the way. No, this is bullshit. It's a parallax thing, and no. My religious Christianity does not mean I believe the Earth is flat. No, not at all. Right? It does not say anything in the Bible about the shape of the Earth at all. Okay. It just says, you know, it is what it is, sort of thing. And it talks about the four corners of the Earth, but it's not talking about a rectangular Earth. It's like I went to the four corners of the Earth. You don't actually go to anywhere which is actually a corner. No, you don't. It's a term. It's a phrase, isn't it? They did believe in the past that the Earth actually was flat until they did the experiment. But it doesn't state anywhere in the Bible that the Earth is flat. No. Yeah? And when it's talking about something being above and below, right, it's quite easy to conceptualise that, isn't it? Yes? Because above is there. Isn't it? And below is there. Right, and as I stand on the Earth, then the Earth is below me and space is above me. Yeah, but if I actually go to Australia, right, the Earth is still below me and the space is still above me. The fact that from like the moon's point of view or something, that I've actually inverted myself is irrelevant. It still means the same thing, doesn't it? Yeah. When you're tunneling down into the ground, you're tunneling downwards, aren't you? You're not tunneling in some sidereal direction, are you? No, you're going down. And if you go up, if you fly, you go up. So these terms just simply are local terms. Of course they are. And I think that what's happening here is it's a parallax thing. What's happening is that the light rays are actually following. It's going to sound like I'm making this up, but the light rays are actually following the curvature because of the atmosphere itself. It's a little bit like when you look into a lens and the light just doesn't pass straight through. I'm wearing glasses here, right? Those glasses, you can see, look, when I do that, there's a parallax because the material that the glass is made of alters the perspective, doesn't it? It alters the incident rays of the light, and the atmosphere does the same thing. And so that's why. And what you can't see in the distance is the next bridge. It's not there, and you can zoom in as you take it with a telephoto lens. You won't be able to see the next bridge, right? Because it isn't there. It's not in the picture. It's the Earth is curved, and so it's not there. And of course, if the Earth was flat, you would be able to see all the way to the ice wall, wouldn't you? Eh? With a good enough picture, you'd be able to see all the way to the ice wall, which they claim is there. And of course, you can't see the ice wall, is there? If it was truly flat, it would be flat all the way out to the ice wall, and you would be able to take a picture of the ice wall from here in England, because it's flat, isn't it? Or you could go up in an aircraft at least, and then get clear of the of any immediate obstacles, or you could go up into space, right? You know, or high enough so that you're actually clear of the Earth, and then take a photograph, and you should be able to take a picture of the ice wall. Why can't you do that? You can't do that because the Earth isn't flat, it's round. When you go up in an aircraft, you can't see the ice wall. You should be able to go up in there, and you should be able to see the ice wall all the way around you, shouldn't you? Because you're up and you're at that perspective and that vantage point. Yeah? The reason why flat Earth people, and this is pretty straightforward, and I think we all understand that, it's nothing to do with science. The reason why people promote the Flat Earth Society and all this sort of stuff, it's nothing to do with science. Okay? It's attention. It's to do with attention and making money. That's what it's about. Yeah? You put a video on YouTube. Well, I think YouTube actually, they've started to actually drop them out of the algorithm now, haven't they? But basically, the flat Earth stuff in YouTube, you get money. Sorry, you get money for subscribers and clicks. And so, if you can create a YouTube channel of anything at all, right, and you get subscribers, and you get clicks and hits on your content because you're generating content all the time, presumably. Then YouTube pay you because they put adverts in there, and the advertisers pay to have those adverts being put on YouTube, you know, somewhere. And so YouTube then give you a proportion of that money, you know, because you have a big audience, millions of subscribers. So if they put an advert on there, then millions of subscribers see that advert, which is what the advertisers want. So they pay YouTube to put that, and they pay a lot of money for YouTube to put these adverts on. Because everybody's watching YouTube, of course, and so they pay a lot of money, and so they're put onto people. They're put into the videos that people have. They're very annoying, of course, but they keep the channel going. And of course, Google's entire, who owns YouTube, Google's entire business model is based on advertising. It's based on selling services for advertising. That's essentially their business model, and it's a lot of these social media platforms are the same now. Facebook is the same. Their money is generated from advertising, and there's a lot of that. And you can go onto Google and you can buy an advert to be put on certain things, and they price you accordingly, and it's thousands of dollars. You know, and so if a lot of people do this, then they get to put their advert on, and that's why there are channels around which are purely just to get people watching them. They're creating videos which people are going to get angry about, and that attracts attention, of course. And so that means that gets people watching the video. Have you seen this video? What a bunch of cunts, you know, and stuff like that. You know, oh, another flat earth video. Look, they're being stupid again, aren't they? Yeah, but you're watching it, aren't you? That means you're seeing the adverts that are part of that, and that means that then they get the juicy subscription fees. So that's why they're doing it. Mark Sargent is doing it for money, and so is Dave. I don't know his last name. Flat Earth Dave. He's the same. They're doing it for the money. They're doing it that. They go to these conferences, or they go to places like this, right? And they use their sat-nav, don't they? To get there. To get to the conferences, the Flat Earth conferences. And of course, sat-nav is satellite navigation, isn't it? Yes, which uses GPS, geostationary satellites. They go around the Earth, don't they? And if they didn't, then they wouldn't be able to navigate to the place that they're trying to get to, because the sat-nav wouldn't work, because they can't put satellites up to a space which isn't there. So it obviously is there, and they do have satellites there, and they're about 30, I think they're about 36 kilometres up above sea level, essentially, and they're geostationary. They rotate at the same speed as the Earth. Yeah. And that's why, and so then they stay in the same position over the Earth. That's why geostationary. So, sorry, I do not really believe in flat Earth, and this video is essentially a spoof. And I think flat Earths are just there. It's just a profit motive. They don't believe it, and there's no link to any religion. It's nothing to do with any religion. Yes, God does not say the Earth is flat. Okay. You can read the Bible from cover to cover and you will not see any references to the Earth being flat. So that's bullshit. Okay, that is them attempting to leverage Christianity to promote their own flat Earth theory. Yes, God loves you whether you believe the Earth is flat or round. You're not going to hell if you believe in a ball Earth. It's bullshit. Okay, and that's that.